Hello everyone and welcome now to game 4, in the series between Parting and Dream. Game 4 taking place here on Entombed Valley. Parting spawning as the blue Protoss player on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Dream is spawning as the red Terran. And Dream really playing and utilizing that heavy bio style effectively against Protoss. Going for Ghosts, going for Vikings when necessary, and now taking a 2-1 lead in this series. We'll see what's going to happen here as Dream now perhaps going to add a front door. Yes, we'll be going for a front door supply depot up against Parting. Parting, meanwhile, looking like he is going to be warping in that pylon. Not much going on here in the early games. Now, Entombed Valley, a map that has been part of the map pool for quite some time, and perhaps a medium to a medium-large size map. Plenty of places to expand, a lot of room in the middle to just get a lot of proper maneuvering, trying to get really strong concaves onto your opponent and maximize the damage that your units are dealing. Taking a look at what Parting is doing now, he is going to be already scouting out, and he will be scouting in, I believe, the wrong direction, but there is only top-bottom spawns here on Entombed Valley, as ally spawns or left-right spawns are a bit too close for comfort. Blizzard did turn that off, trying to reflect the tournament scene a little bit more. With Parting and the faster assimilator, will Parting have enough of an economic advantage in game 4 here, or will Dream just be able to stay up on in terms of upgrades and just really come in strong with bio? Probes now making their way over as well. We'll see what will be happening here. Marines will be making their way down once more, and both sides will simply be scouted here in just a moment. Alright, SCV comes up the ramp, takes a look around, spots the cybernetics core, spots the gateway. All of this off of one gas here, and we'll see what the follow-up play will be. Marine now going to go ahead and try and chase down that one particular observer. No, that observer will be able to, or that probe will be able to get away. As the probe just tried to dance, the Marine is forced to try and chase this probe, just because this probe can start warping in pylons and then start causing a bit of a headache with that warp gate tech. So far, Parting looks like he wants to set up a nexus down here at the natural expansion, simply waiting for it, as we are going into a 1-Rax expand by Dream. Parting currently warping in a Stalker as well. It is going to be Stalkers versus Marines. Another Marine needs to be added over here, as Parting should perhaps retreat just a bit and try and figure out what his opponent is doing. Parting now with that lone Stalker. Is the Marine going to spot it in time and back away? It looks like it will try to back away. There is a probe already there. Is it going to get off enough shots? Is it going to go ahead and take it down? Oh, a little bit of hesitation, and that probe was able to escape with no problems whatsoever. Marine getting taken down once more, and not even a good trade, as Parting was able to deal first blood here on Entombed Valley. Marines now going after the Stalker. The Stalker is backing away once more, not quite taking enough damage there, down to 80 shields. 80 shields, perhaps a little bit of shield regeneration from earlier, and thereby not taking any true damage whatsoever. You can see multiple gateways are now being placed down. Warp gate tech is about to be completed. We should see a robotics facility momentarily, as Parting now perhaps going to try to play a little bit more defensively. You can see the SCV did in fact get sight of that natural expansion, and now Dream knows that, hey, you must be playing a bit of an economic game. Otherwise, why would you even set up this nexus? Here we go, multiple mules now being called down once more. We see a refinery being taken place over here by Dream. This is going to be a third base, as we are seeing Dream also taking up this another orbital command here. So far, only having finally getting 3 harvesters on gas on each of the refineries. Dream should be taking down these rocks and then trying to establish up this command center, upgrading to an orbital, and stay on 3 bases as long as possible. Dream is down by 7 supplies so far. Plenty of sentries on the field. Plenty of force fields are possible, as the Marines have no real way of engaging and taking down this probe in the center. as the probe does have a bit of a head start before returning home. Stalkers now looking to engage. You can see sentries and zealots now doing a push out. Probe will be warping in pylons, most likely here and then down over here. And with these pylons, he will be able to reinforce. There are currently 3, or there will be 6 operational gateways, and Parting is going to be trying to do a 2-base 6-gate. 2-base 6-gate is very, very strong. SCVs now trying to build additional bunkers. Supply depots being added as additional walls as well. This is not looking good as the probe already coming over and now warping in that additional pylon. Marines now being forced to back off. Is it going to be completed in time as another bunker trying to be added? Poor Marine not going to be able to make it as in comes the attack. SCVs are being brought over. Is it going to be enough? Multiple bunkers now being established here. There you go as the Marines are trying to engage. Or trying to defend. Here we have it, another force field on top of a bunker. So much repairing trying to be done there, as it looks like the SCVs are going to be able to hold it. Oh my goodness, no, it is not. It does get taken down, and the Marines, did they actually have anywhere to go? I'm not sure. I know that it used to be if there was no place for those Marines to go, they are instantly lost and killed. I don't know if that is the case, as we are going to see sentries now trying to push forward over here on these destructible rocks. The Marauders do have a range of 7, and that is going to be very, very important, as the sentries and stalkers are still ready for this push. Dream down to 65 over 65. One supply depot was canceled. Here is the SCVs. They are now trying to repair. Is it going to come up in time? No, it is not. Down goes the bunker once more. More Marauders and Marines still trying to back away here, as the stalkers, sentries, are still engaging. No more zealots in this group. The zealots need to be there to absorb damage, as medevacs now coming in. Multiple SCVs are mining away. You can see the orbital commands. Harvester count is 43 to 38. Stalkers and zealots now trying to make their way in. Is it going to be enough? There you go. More engaging now happening, as the medevacs are going to get focused down rather quickly. Down they go. SCVs now just getting torn apart. 11 workers killed. Harvester count 32 to 42, as more and more perhaps orbital commands need to be called in for mules and the training of those very, very important SCVs. Marauders and Marines unable to stop the reinforcements at all. Perhaps if this factory lands and trains in a couple of Hellions, that might just buy him enough time to force the army to retreat. Here you have the engagement ready to go. Medevac is nearby. SCVs are not on auto repair. Perhaps they should be, as the zealots are now trying to dance back and forth here. There's that factory. It's going to scout out and see if there is a third base. Stalkers, sentries, zealots now trying to engage from the far side. Combat shield is ready, and there is a force field. Poor Marine, but the Marine is able to... Is he going to get off a shot off? No. The zealot down to 1 hit point, able to survive. Talk about armor coming in for the win. All right. Parting realizing that this fighting, this engagement cannot continue to go on. If he does, he will just end up losing that fight, as it is home field advantage for Dream. 50 probes versus 37 SCVs, but Dream now going to be able to triple train up SCVs once there is enough resources. Parting now down to 96 over 92. Needs to get in additional supply depots. Marauders and the Marines still taking a look around. Another pylon will get destroyed here, as there is a factory currently blocking Parting's third base. That delay is going to cause a lot of problems for Parting. Parting needs to get up that base in order to really capitalize on his economic advantage. The economic advantage is all going to be for naught now, as the orbital command is going to be able to mine from an additional third base faster than Parting will. All right, the factory finally lifting off and landing. Marines and Marauders now making their way over. One poor Marine. There is going to be a block. Is it going to land in time? No, it does not. I believe it could land, and if it does land, all of those Stalkers are not going to be able to do anything. Dream playing absolutely beautifully, and now going to be going for a split prong attack. No, there's that one pylon there, but I do not believe that that pylon knows what is inside that medevac at all, as it is going to be a drop into the main base. Dream looking to just capitalize on all of the units being down here on the low ground. All right, here we go. There's the drop now inside the main. Dream now dropping those Marauders and those Marines. Units are now trying to make their way back in. Is it going to be enough as they are on the run? Partying being forced to fight on the run, but a Psystorm catches a lot of Marauders and Marines. That is a lot of damage dealt as we now see an engagement here. The Marines going after some of those Stalkers. More Zealots reinforcing. Dream is going to get cleaned up there. But what is this now? Dream pushing over here at the main base. Marauders and Marines trying to engage once more. Too many Zealots. A lot of sentries in the back with that Guardian Shield reducing much of the damage. Another Zealot does get taken down as the Marines are now still trying to push their way forward. Another round of force fields. Dream sitting at 108. Harvester count 52 to 42. Partying is now behind economically, and he doesn't even have his third base up. Dream, meanwhile, does have his third base up, not even bothering to train up SCVs anymore, just trying to call in mules into that location, and we see a very, very heavy mineral discrepancy between these two teams. High Templar Medevac now looking to drop in the wings here. Partying now being forced to engage in a fight. Partying having a large Protoss ball worth of units. There is the drop now into the natural expansion. Are the units going to make their way over? Yes, they are. A couple of probes will get taken down and now will get picked up into going into the main base. Meanwhile, off over here, Archons and more units still trying to engage here again. Marauders and the Marines, not a very large and heavy number as we now see attacking from the high ground down onto the low ground. The Marauders and the Marines perhaps going to catch some of these units in transit. Are they going to be able to move away in time? No. And the Psystorm does equalize things again. Another Marauder. Oh, a very, very lucky Marauder dodging the particle disruptors as the Marauders now trying to finish off a couple of the probes. The probe does have one armor, but is it going to be enough to stop this Marauder from getting its kill? Yes, no, it won't as the Marauder now backing away again. Marauder still trying to put pressure on the front door. Another Psystorm, but it actually dealing more damage to the Zealots than to the Bio Army of Dream. Dream now backing away. You can still see a fair amount of medevacs in this group. What is going to be happening next? More and more Marines and Marauders still being added. Very heavy barrack count at this point. You can see, I believe that would be 7 barracks now being trained up and 1 starport for all the units that you see currently on the map. Another warp gate will get taken down most likely. Is it going to fall? No, it is not. The Archons now making their way over as the Ghosts are now here for Dream. Dream, is it going to get off the EMP shockwaves? Yes, it does. Multiple EMP shockwaves causing problems as the Marauders and the Marines now come in for a very strong flank. More Psystorm coming in as the Marines and the Marauders still battling it out. Dream now down to 115. Partying sitting at 125 as all of these units have pretty much been cleaned up. Another Ghost does get taken down and Partying now sitting on a 30 supply advantage. Marines and Marauders now trying to drop over here onto the low ground. Is it going to work? I do not believe so as we now see a massive force of Zealots and Archons pushing in once more. All right, this base. All right, how many Ghosts does it take to take down a Zealot? Not very many as it gets shot down here in just a second. Now medevacs are looking to back away. Archon not going to be able to catch up to them to actually take them down as we do see a 4th base now being established and Partying has no idea about it. This is huge. No idea there. Medevacs now looking to perhaps come in for another drop. There are High Templar in position. It is 3 bases to 4. Income now shows 68 Harvesters versus 47. And we are still looking to see what the personal cloaking and will the Ghost, will they once again be the heroes of the hour? Down goes a SCV. Partying now spots the planetary fortress. Are the mules going to be able to repair in time? There's some EMP as the Ghost now looking to come in. There's the liftoff as the Marauders and the Marines may come in for a bit of a flank. You can see some of the units getting taken down as the Marauders and the Marines need to back off, getting up onto the high ground. Are they going to be able to retreat and return back home? It looks like it, but where is there a drop? No drop yet as Dream now needs to reestablish up his 4th base as his main base is nearly mined out. A couple of mineral patches are all that is left. 64 Harvesters compared to 65. Archons, Zealots, Sentries now making their way over. SCVs and Mules coming over as well, upgrading to the planetary fortress as the SCVs now working to repair. A Mobius reactor a little bit late. There are already Ghosts on the field. No energy upgrades for them as we now see 9 Ghosts on the field, 12 Ghosts on the field, and that is going to be a lot of EMP. that initial burst damage should end up causing problems once more, as we now see a ninja expansion come out from parting. Planetary Fortress, it deals a lot of damage to those Zealots. The Zealots are trying to run away, but I do not believe they'll be able to get very far, as Zealots are starting to fall. There you go. There is the counter charge, but not going to work out all too well. The medevacs are there to heal the majority of the Marines. A couple of Marines, I believe that's 2 Marine splats there on the ground. Factory now landing will quickly get destroyed here, as a new nexus may be established. All right, Zealots are trying to protect this ninja expansion to the left. Dream, there is an observer there as well. What is going to be happening is, the probes would have been scouted out by those Marines. I do not believe it was actually scouted at all, as the Marines and Marauders going after a High Templar, but not before one feedback finishes off a bit more. All right, here you go. More damage being dealt. There's some Psystorm now merging into an Archon. The Marines and the Marauders now looking to finish this off here. Is it going to be successful? It looks like it will. Now even using an EMP to try and take down that Archon before it finishes the merge. Parting sitting at 157. Dream sitting at 182. This ninja expansion has now been scanned, and Dream knows about it and knows that there are no probes there. He does not want to engage there. Instead wants to engage where the majority of the units are. There you go. There are some Vikings now being added to the group. Parting. EMP shockwaves coming in from the back. More of those Archons now getting taken down, or at least severely weakened, as it is going to be a 4-base Terran versus essentially a 2-base Protoss, or maybe 3 if you count. No, he's not even mining from here. A 4-base Terran with only 2 mineral patches on one of those bases against a 2-base Protoss. And Dream now looks to be able to just capitalize on everything here. Parting. Or what's going to happen here is Zealots, Ghosts, and now Ghost just finishing off many of these Zealots. Oh no, raising on the supply depot. That does come as a bit of a shock, as the Zealots now going to town onto some of those SCVs. One Marine not going to go ahead and get taken down at all, as the Vikings are now backing away. One Viking gets taken down. Another Viking gets taken down for not flying away from those Archons. No one ever said Viking pilots were smart. Just look at the Heart of the Swarm trailer. Marines and Marauders now pushing their forces forward once more. Dark Templars are in the group, and there is the scanner sweep, revealing and taking down multiple units again, and even using an EMP shockwave as a reveal. This observer currently uncloaked. Is it going to get taken out? No, it is not. The observer does recloak itself, as there you have it. More units are trying to engage. There's another EMP shockwave. The High Templars now making their way over, and wow, multiple Psystorms causing problems, and a medevac even taken down as well. All right, Ghosts are in position, trying to slow down all of these Zealots. You can see a fair number of Ghosts still part of this group, and the Ghosts are just individually poking apart all of those units here. There is some Dark Templars. There's an EMP shockwave, as a High Templar is revealed and now taken down. Parting down to 77 supply. Dream sitting at 157. This will be the GG, as Parting is just in such a behind position. Can't even talk straight right now. So far behind that Dream can simply attack move and finish this all off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 4.